Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on the greatness of YouTube. I chose YouTube because it is a phenomenal, user-friendly video platform that has taken the world by storm, beginning with 2005 conception up until now. A great quote is the YouTube video maker gets more out of making a video than you get out of watching it. And that was by Seth Godin. And I have enjoyed creating YouTube videos because they're fun and they're easy. Plus, my degree is not in computer design or computer science, so it was amazing to be able to go on this platform and create such an outstanding video for scholars, for parents, because I use it in my nonprofit organization, Joshua Education Services, www.joshuaeducation.org. And we have utilized this to educate our community as well as our scholars alike. The humble beginnings of YouTube, it was a company constructed in the garage and founded by former PayPal employees in 2005. Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawad Karim. Steve and Jawad studied computer science together at University of Illinois, and Chad studied design at Indiana University at Pennsylvania. The original location was housed above a pizzeria and a Japanese restaurant in San Mateo, California. The domain was active February 14, 2005 because initially it was supposed to be launched as a dating website. But to that avail, it fell through. But I'm glad, and we're glad that, I know they're glad that it fell through, because it became an exceptional video and uploading platform. The incident that led to the formation of the platform, according to my research, is the infamous Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson halftime show incident. It allowed the three creators to become the first major video sharing platform because there was none existent at that time. The idea was birthed, especially like I said in the beginning, for people who don't have a computer designing degree or experience, and because of this platform you are able to create content and share with others across the world. The first video was created at the zoo, and it was done by one of the founders. It was uploaded on April the 23rd, 2005, and currently, as of today, it has over 120 million viewers, coupled with 5 million likes. The YouTube timeline, like I said before, it began April 25th. That's when it first initially started back in 2005. In 2006, it was purchased by Google for an eye-watering 1.65 billion, which was amazing. In January 2010, YouTube introduced an online video rental service, increasing its revenue potential. July 2014, 300 hours worth of new videos are now uploaded to YouTube every 60 seconds. That is huge. And in 2017, YouTube now ranks number 2 on Alexa and has over 1 billion users worldwide. With all of those stacks and all that revenue, it is still number 2 compared to Google, who acquired this in 2006. Google purchased YouTube on October 6, 2006 for a hefty 1.6 billion in stock, like I said before, and they were facing some lawsuits of copyright infringement, but Google presented a 3-part agreement which helped them in some respects avoid copyright infringement. And in 2010, Chad Hurley profited more than 395 million, while Steve Chen profited 365 million. Did you know 98 countries have their own version of YouTube, which I found to be very astounding, and more than 25 countries have blocked access. The 25 countries was Finland, Germany, and Brazil. And Tony Blair was the first YouTube pioneer to launch his own YouTube channel. Did you also know currently YouTube revenue is about $15 billion? YouTube has reached more 18 to 49-year-old adults than any other cable network, which is a good thing because this is a platform that can be used for the millennials as well, baby boomers, Generation X as well as Generation Y. And again, it is number 2 behind Google, which is understandable because Google will not be outbeat. Now, how I learned to utilize the platform and how it has been utilized is you go to the platform on www.youtube.com. Once you access the platform, you can watch, subscribe, and create videos without having a degree in computer science or designing. And I believe that was the greatest intent of YouTube. It was almost like the invention of the books for dummies. They had a whole series of books that was created. Now, how to create a nonprofit for dummies, how to work Microsoft for dummies, how to do algebra for dummies, and that alone stood well in the ranking of helping those who was trying to access a video or create a video in a little of a day or 24 hours. And it's a great platform as an educational site for educators and scholars. Now, let's be honest, with all social media platforms, there are pros and cons. But being a responsible educator, if you are incorporating YouTube in your actual content, you should vet the actual video. Number one, make sure that it's factual. And not only is factual, and make sure that it's creative. And then number 3, when you're using it with scholars, make sure that it is a reliable source that can be accessed at any given time. I've had personal experience with YouTube. I love the Children's March of 1963. It has set the precedence of the Civil Rights Movement, meaning, not to go off too much on a tangent, but the Children's March, the children decided to march because the adults couldn't march because of the oppression and white supremacy. And this was a great video to show scholars who are interested in knowing that social activism, they can partake at any age. And I think so. Scholars have access to videos which enhance their classroom capabilities. Many scholars and educators have found this to be a friendly platform to enlighten and enrich their scholarship. Not only just one particular piece, but the whole gamut. And I also use this as a teaching tool for my own teaching experience. I enjoy giving instructions and teaching young people how to be greater than what they are. I believe that God has gifted young people as well as all people with specific gifts. And as an educator, YouTube has allowed me to be able to pull out those things that allow young people to know how great they are. And again, I think YouTube is a great teaching tool. Not only is it a great teaching tool, but it's great for entertainment. A small note, sometimes when I have had a long day of thinking and working and teaching and working with my nonprofit, honestly, I access YouTube to find some of the most silliest videos to be able to unwind, because YouTube is not only an educational tool, but it's an entertainment tool as well. So especially during this pressing pandemic, YouTube has been a stress reliever, if you will, but also an educational tool. And I think when we're talking about platforms that will educate our young people, we need to also find platforms that will help bring about, break the ice, if you will, with so much that's going on in our world today. My references list is here for you to view, not to insult your intelligence. But again, I thank you for listening to my take on YouTube and how it can be used as a successful tool to enhance scholars' learning. It could be used as a tool for a distressor, if you will, and it also can be used as a platform you can utilize to bring new information, new ideas to audiences that you normally wouldn't reach within your specific local circle. YouTube can be used to reach audiences outside of your local circle through your national community platform. So again, thank you for listening to my video, and I hope that you were informed about this platform entitled YouTube.